What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel from Complex to Simplicity. Happy Thursday. Thank God the end of the week is here. The weekend's almost here. um, so I wanted to check back in with regards to my EP. Coming along very nicely. I'm pretty much done with the recording process. I may want to just do one last session with my brother. He's gonna kill me. Just to make sure that everything is how I want it to be. So if there are little kinks or little things to re-record, that we do that. But for the most part, the project is done. Now I'm just really handling the business side of things, which is not always the most fun process, but it's very enlightening, very interesting, and important for me to understand and be able to navigate through. And so I figured this past Monday, I recorded a song, kind of like an interlude situation, a cappella. I'm that girl that comes from, singing in a girls group for all my college years into some adulthood off and on. And the strength of our group, shout outs to Blends, is formerly known as Blends of Soul. But anyway, shout outs to Blends. The strength of the group was our harmonies and how our voices blended together, hence the name Blends. And I am a lover of harmonies, and I did feel like I owed it to myself and to the public to, at least have a slight moment where it's a cappella singing. For those who follow me on my social media, for the website, my Instagram page is at complexsimplicity09. You'll know that throughout the month of December, I downloaded this app called Acapella, and I would sing songs, write jingles, sing songs that are recorded from other artists, and harmonize with myself. It gives you the opportunity to have 3 versions of you, or 4, however you want to do it. And I would harmonize with myself. I have a love of harmony, love of melodies. And so the process of creating this EP has been so therapeutic and so much fun for me, from listening to it over and over again. My husband's probably deep down inside tired of hearing these songs. I play them that much, but I do that on purpose to kind of just figure out if some things need to be tweaked a little bit, or just sometimes I try to listen as a music lover and not as the person who created the music. So I love harmonies, I love melodies. Writing songs was so fun to pick that skill that I didn't really know that I had, to be honest with you, like that, to play around with it again. Like I said before in previous vlogs, I hadn't written songs in a very long time, and throughout the month of November, the creative juices, I just felt it. Even from October, I was like, I need to do an EP project. I just have all of this pent up art, pent up musical stuff to get out there, it just had to be out there. I had to put it on some wax, so to speak, and it's been a very great process, fun, enlightening. I love the fact that I'm learning about myself musically in a way that I hadn't quite known before. And even my husband was saying the other day, you really may have a knack for songwriting, and that may be another type of avenue or lane, street you go down, because you perhaps could write dope stuff for other people. And he says that, I guess, because he feels that the songs that I have written are very catchy and things he said himself he feels he would be able to hear on the radio stations. And I kind of low-key feel that way too, but of course, when you're an artist, you're sensitive about your right? And so so it's kind of cool to hear from my brother and my husband that they feel like these songs can actually be heard on the radio, right? What is going on with my computer? These Macs, I tell you, I love it, but sometimes it's the most. Okay. So I definitely enjoyed this process to the fullest, and now I'm diving into the business side of things, and ideally, as soon as I can release the project, just know I will. I don't even want to box myself in and give a specific time frame, you know, because the business side, we have to make sure everything clears out the way it should. But I thought, you know, as I promised before, that I would tease maybe 2 pieces of songs. I'm still in the works of copywriting things, so it'll only be very brief, maybe 30-second segments, so nobody can steal my ish. But the song that I actually came up with on the fly on Sunday, I recorded with my brother on Monday. So Sunday afternoon, after I finished going for a 10-mile run, yes, your girl's been, you know, running 10 miles for some time now, and now I'm working towards running 13.1 miles, but that's neither here nor there. So after I came back from a run and I was in the boudoir preparing myself to like get ready for, to leave the house or do whatever I was gonna do, I came up with this melody and lyrics instantly. As I said in a previous vlog, these song lyrics and melodies just came to me. It was so organic, it was so natural, it was just so like true. It wasn't anything I had to force or say, oh, let me think about this, or let me preconceive this concept for this record. Like, no, it just came to me. And I was actually, and I'm gonna be real transparent right now, y'all, sitting on the porcelain throne, and this melody came to me with the lyrics. And it's pretty much, I call the song Love Yourself From Within. And as I've said before, all of the whole message for the EP, all of the songs, the concepts, all this stuff is wrapped in the complex simplicity bow, right? Meaning my movement is about us empowering ourselves, empowering one another, building each other up, encouraging one another, loving ourselves, knowing our worth. So all the songs take on those types of subject matters, right? And so as I was on the porcelain throne, for some reason I just started singing, true love is when you love yourself from within. And literally I'm just singing this, like it just comes to me. It's not even anything that I really thought about, right? And that's how you know, like, this is why I feel like there's something so special about this project, because it doesn't make any sense why the songs, the lyrics, the melodies, the arrangements, coupled with my brother's beats, why things just came to me like this, you know? Like I said, I wrote the album or the EP in like a week and a half, and I wrote some more songs, but I picked for me the best 5, right? And it just doesn't make any sense. That's how I know there's something to this record. There's something special about this EP. It needs to be out there. It needs to be heard, which is why on the business end, you know, I'm working very hard to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's, so to speak. But without further ado, here is the interlude song that I came up with on the porcelain throne this past Sunday. And so here it goes. True love comes when you love yourself from within. True love comes when you learn from who it's given. True love comes when you love yourself from within. True love comes when you learn from who it's given. True love comes when you love yourself from within. True love comes when you learn from who it's given. No. Oh, I love it. Yes. So that's what I came up with on the fly while handling my business. And I don't know, when I went to record it with my brother on Monday, I still was figuring things out, but I've learned through this process, it's okay. A lot of times I would come with the shell. So I'd have, you know, the lyrics, I'd have the melody, but then when I would sit and record, that's when I would have to get, come up with other creative antics or creative moments, so to speak. And it was easy. It would just come to me. You record a little bit, you hear things. Okay, let me go back and lay this. Okay, let me add this harmony. Oh, okay, I think I want to do this for the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just come. And so I came with the shell for this simple mantra almost. And really it serves as an interlude, not like this whole 2-minute song. And so I was like, I want to like weave it in throughout the project, just for everyone to remember and understand that true love comes from within, meaning us being able to love ourselves. True love comes when we understand from who it's given. In my belief system, God is love. God created love. God created all, right? And so I kind of just want to like remind us all of that, because there's a lot of us out here struggling with loving ourselves. And my dying mission almost is, to spread the positive news, of course, God being love, but also for us to learn how to love ourselves. And like I've said before so many times, I know a lot of people who genuinely want to find their life mates, their partner in crime, their significant other, their spouse, whatever, and are wondering why it hasn't happened for them yet. But a lot of times, if we're finding that, wow, every year just keeps coming and I'm not any closer to love finding me finding love, meeting who it is I'm supposed to be with, maybe we have to finish or assess if we really love ourselves, because it's hard to really love someone else and give them what they need in relationships and marriages when we're struggling to be that for ourselves, right? And so as simple as this song is, not even really a song, but as simple as it is, it's like 2 lines. I added some harmonies. I heard things as my brother and I were recording, and I'm like, I think I like it. I wanted to have like that quiet yet powerful moment throughout the EP. I have a lot of heavy bass, heavy beat, as I say, diddy bop songs that make you bop your head, mid-tempo songs. I don't really have a lot of ballads or slow songs, but I wanted to have at least one moment or a few moments sprinkled in the EP where it's quiet yet powerful and has something bold and in your face to say. And I felt like that was what I wanted to say. And I'm glad that I, at the last minute, kind of had that vision, had that melody, those lyrics come to mind in the weirdest and oddest of places and moments in life. But I'm glad that I went with that feeling. And that's why I said I feel like this project is special. Now, to other people listening to it, music heads, they may be like, the vocals, everything's okay. But for me, I truly believe that my art is kind of dope, y'all. And I'm so excited, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it. I just want to make sure that everything is just right from the artistic end to the business end. So that is love yourself from within, my little mantra, right? Interlude, taking it back to the 90s when albums actually had outros, intros, interludes, like huge. Now, music ain't like that no more. So I also wanted to like pay homage to like how music was when I was growing up, when I would get an album, buy a CD or whatever, and you saw there was an intro, you saw there were interludes, there were outros and songs in between all of that, right? This next song is so special to me. I almost don't want to tease it, if I'm being honest, because I wanted it to be a surprise. But I may just give you very little. And my computer's acting crazy. Bear with me. My Wi-Fi, I complain to my husband about it all the time. I just don't understand. My house must have so many dead zones that our Wi-Fi be acting up, y'all. And I don't need you to be so loud. Okay. Okay, let me try to get a... So you ready here? It's kind of like a little sample. Special song, don't want to give too much, but that's one of my faves. It's called Don't Deny Your Fly. It's crazy. I think when I wrote this song, I was literally in the kitchen cooking dinner for my husband and I. And anytime I'm in the kitchen, anytime I'm cleaning, cooking, music is blasting in the house, right? So I'm in the kitchen blasting music, blasting the beat my brother had sent me. This was maybe back in November. And I take a listen to this track and I'm like, yes, I'm loving it. And maybe early December actually. And as I'm in the kitchen cooking, for some reason, hearing the beat, I kept saying to myself, don't deny your fly. Don't let them deny your fly. And I'm like, that's dope. Let me keep going with it. So I'm cooking and like singing as the beat is playing, almost like freestyling. I'm not no freestyler, but literally that's how this project has been coming to me. Just like lyrics just coming. It's like crazy, right? And, you know, so I'm like, don't let them, and the beat's going, deny your fly, don't let them, and it just keeps going. And then I'm like, don't deny your fly, don't let them tell you who to be and why. Like, it just started coming to me. So I ran into the living room, which is not far from the kitchen at all, got my index cards, number 2 pencil, as soon as my, see, I'm getting excited, I'm stuttering. Let me slow down. As soon as my food was like on an even keel, lower the fire, I started writing. I'm standing up in the kitchen and I'm literally in front of our Bose speakers writing. And I'm like, let me not forget, because you know, I could come up with stuff driving, cooking, cleaning, on the porcelain throne, as I told you, in the bed, just chilling, and an idea or lyrics will come to me and you have to jot it down. A lot of times I record things on my iPhone. I have an app that's like a voice recorder, and that's pretty much where I would record the shell of the song, the lyrics, the melody. But there were times where I couldn't get to the recorder just yet, and I would have to like jot down the lyrics, and as soon as I was done doing what I was doing, I would like put it on or record it. Because then it's so easy to forget your melody sometimes. And so this was one of those songs where I'm cooking dinner for my husband and I, and it comes to me, I start freestyling, rapping almost, and then I like, this is kind of dope, let me write this down. And then when I was finished cooking, I laid it down on my voice recorder and immediately sent it to my brother, and we recorded it a couple weeks later. So, such a fun process. I love utilizing skills and muscles, brain power that I wouldn't often use, if I'm being honest. And this song is one of my favorites. It's one of my songs, you know, where I feel like you could definitely get your sway, your diddy bop on, your dance on, right? Your two-step on. And so I wanted to share a little bit with you. Let me see, maybe I'll tease you a little more. That's enough. So pretty much, I don't know why when listening to this track of my brother's that I felt like it was one of those swagoo songs, you know what I'm saying? Almost like how B had her We Likes to Party, you know, the part where Kanye was like, she got that swag, so she dripped in swagoo, or she dipped in swagoo, like, you know, that kind of feeling, that vibe of confidence, of reminding people, don't let anyone deny your fly. Don't let anyone tell you who you need to be and why, who to be and why, however the lyrics go. I wrote my own song and I'm like, as well as just like, you know, being confident and loving who you are. I think it's so easy. You can get dressed in your house and think that you look fly from head to toe. And then you leave your house and go to your destination and someone gives you the up and down once over and look at you like, that is just ugly. And for some people that could really affect, you know, how they feel about themselves or their self-esteem, you know. Someone could crack a joke on you or call you names or make it seem like you're not cute, you're not attractive. And for some of us, that could really make us start to be like, dag, I thought I looked nice and maybe I look corny. Oh, and you start to get self-conscious, you start to get insecure. And so this song is just saying, don't let them deny your fly. You know what I'm saying? Love you, do you, be you. You know, keep your head up. Don't let the haters get you down. Like all of that. You know what I'm saying? Your shine's undeniable. You're so bomb and dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those kind of swaggy songs, just to remind us to like love ourselves and be confident about our ish, right? It's all right to have that moment to be like, I'm good. I look bomb today. I'm beautiful. What you got going on or what you trying to say or do ain't gonna stop me, because guess what? I'm fly. Don't deny my fly. And so it's one of my favorite songs. A song I feel like you could play when you're getting dressed for the day, when you're in your car, when you're on the train, mass transit, the bus, whatever. Before you're about to go out and hang out and dance, have a night of dancing with your friends. Like, it's one of them swagoo songs, and so fun to create. And of course the sample's amazing. And you know, yes. So I hope that you enjoyed the couple of teasers I gave you for Love Yourself Within, the acapella joint, and Don't Deny Your Fly. Yes. I'm so excited. Like I said, the business end, clearing things. We do have some samples going on. There's a whole bunch of red tape and all of that, you know. So I'm learning business ends. You know, when you're independent or you put out music independently, it's almost as if you're running your own label. Thank God for my mom, who has experience with coming out with albums. Thank God for my brother, who supplied me with the beats and who also has had experience putting out albums. And so they've been able to kind of help me. And thank God for my own discipline and due diligence. And, you know, I'm up all hours of the night researching things. It just never stops. And, you know, like I said, hope all goes well. We're able to release some bomb music to you that's so uplifting and empowering. I'm not talking about drugs, sex, and evil things and money. And I'm talking about stuff that will enrich and empower us, enrich our souls, give us confidence, something to think about, you know, encourage us, not the crap that we hear on the radio and we see on TV all the time. And it brings me to this actually. This morning before I got ready to go to work, I'm a lover of all things Cardi B. Call her what you want to call her. I appreciate anyone who is unapologetically themselves and who lives in their truth, right? And so, as we know, I think Cardi's gonna get a Grammy, at least one. She's had an amazing 2017, and the way her 2018 has already been positioned and starting, she's probably gonna have another amazing year. I hear that she's about to be in a movie. Like, she got a whole bunch of stuff going well for her right now. And I don't know how I stumbled on this YouTube clip of her maybe a few months ago saying that she's like over the fame and she just, she's all right with being successful financially, but she's kind of over the fame. And I know that there's probably so much more that Cardi B would love to talk about and reveal as it pertains to the industry. And when you really start to get into the in crowd, like, I don't know if y'all know, but like, A-listers like Jay-Z's and Beyonce's, they're not taking pictures with you. You're not getting in certain circles as them. Like, you're not in the same room as them. And so Cardi B has been able to get in the room with a lot of the best, the A-listers of the industry, right? And with that, I'm pretty sure she has seen seen some things out here. And I was saying to a coworker the other day, all that glitters is not gold. Like the famous adage that we always hear, right? Meaning the industry, as Tyra Banks used to always say about the modeling industry, it's all smoke and mirrors. And I think that rings true for the music industry, acting Hollywood, meaning the acting world of Hollywood or within Hollywood. I think that rings true for all of the stuff that we see that we're like, oh, mesmerized, like, oh, to live that life like the Kardashian Jenners, to be able to have these things, to be able to go to these events, to be able to have designers calling us and our team of people so we can wear their clothes or their gowns on the red carpet, to be able to be interviewed by the Breakfast Club, to be able to do these things, go these places, right? Yes, I'm human. I'm like, yo, for me, I tell my husband all the time, if I could get on The Real, because y'all know that's my show, I'm good. If I get on the Breakfast Club, because that's one of my favorite radio shows, I'm good. That's kind of as far as I've set my my eyes, so to speak. But even so, I get that feeling of, wow, like you kind of feel like you made it in your mind, depending on whatever goals and things you would love to accomplish, whatever rooms you'd like to be invited to, right? But there's a lot that comes with that, and I realize that I've done years of research on just Hollywood in general, and I'm not trying to have nobody coming after me, so that's why this is a topic I don't really get into like that. I kind of like skate over it, skim over it, so to speak. But I'm pretty sure, Cardi B has seen some things and has definitely recognized that although she's enjoying the fruits of her labor and the success that's been coming her way, I think she also sees that there's a dark side to things, and there's a lot that comes with all of that, with that lifestyle, right? And that all that glitters isn't gold. It's not all fun and games. And that, to be honest with you, I feel like more people in the industry who are like A-listers, uber successful, I think more of them are kind of not unhappy and miserable than not. And, speaking to my coworker the other day, she was like, but I'll take that money. And I'm like, yes, we probably all would love to trade seats. Let me live the lifestyle of a Kim K for a month or two, right? But I said, but I think that stuff gets old after a while. It's amazing for the first couple of minutes. It's amazing for the first couple of weeks, first couple of months, and maybe for some first couple of years. But it does get to a point where you're like, this ish ain't worth it, y'all. It's not worth it. The things that I may have to, sacrifice, time with my loved ones, the circles I have to continuously try to roll in, like, it's not always worth it. And I've always respect Cardi because even though life seems on the outside looking in to be so amazing for her right now, she's, a young woman of color from the Bronx, New York, from the hood. And she's now in the room with the likes of a Jay-Z and Beyonce, and has all of Hollywood singing her praises, right? Showing her love. I know that there's this other side to it. And she said the fame, it's not what it's cracked up to be. For some, fame could be a drug. Like Hov said, fame is a hell of a drug, right? And for others, fame could be the start of their demise. And for others, they're like, I could do without it. I'm good. I don't want to live in a fishbowl. I want to be able to go to a restaurant, go to the mall, be in the hood with my family and friends, and be cool and not be bombarded or people treating me like I'm like that lion at the zoo. Everybody's watching you. What's she gonna do next? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And I respect the fact that she has her vulnerable moments, and she's okay with that, where she expresses these things, And I remind myself of that because I'm human. Of course I have daydream moments of like, but what if this project or the things that you're working on were to really catch the attention of some people out here that afforded you opportunities where your life changes overnight, So the human side of me is like, ooh, that's like, let me get this bank account right. Like, let me be able to take care of my family. Let me be able to, treat my husband to the many things he's treated me to over the past couple of years, right? But then the other side of me is like, girl, you will be able to evoke whatever positive change is purpose for you to do. Continue to work hard, but don't let that be your goal. Don't let that be what you set your eyes on, because you already know in that realm, in that world, that ain't. There's a lot that comes with that. That's what I'll say. A lot that comes with that. And I'm not the kind of person that's willing to sell her soul for $1, for fame, for a look out here. I want to be able to help people evoke change, live a pretty decent life financially, some level of financial freedom, if I'm being honest. And, enjoy what I'm doing as my day-to-day job. You know what I'm saying? So if that meant that my projects made noise, but not noise where you won't have to worry about the craziness that comes with when you're uber successful, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Where I can make a decent living for myself doing what I love to do, empowering, encouraging people, helping people, and just sharing my journey with others and my thoughts, and that I'm cool with that. Like, I don't really need to be to that level, and I think that it was important for me to even watch that brief clip from Cardi B to continuously remind myself, because I'm human, we're all human, and we could get ahead of ourselves and get off track sometimes with certain things and lifestyles, if I'm being 100% honest and real. And so Cardi B, I always appreciate your candor, your transparency, and your vulnerability, and continue to be that way. Not that she would ever see this, but if you ever happen to, just know, keep being you, and don't let the industry change you, and don't sell out. It ain't never worth that. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there to be an encouragement for all of us, regardless. I'm big on let's work hard, grind hard, make our dreams come true. But even with that, and with receiving certain blessings and certain success, so to speak, comes a lot at times if we're not careful, if we're not grounded, if we haven't thought about, but if I were to really, really hit big, make it big, and life changed for me very quickly, how would I handle that? What is going to be my boundary where I'm like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, no, I don't want to be in that room. I'm good. Like, I think it's important for us to know from when you're grinding and trying to do you, what your boundaries are, because when the devil come knocking and trying to entice us and trip us up and get us knocked off of our course, or what God's course is for us, it's so easy and so tempting to go left when we should be going straight or right. You know what I'm saying? So let's just all be encouraged, including myself. I remind myself of this as much as I can, because you just never know in life. You never know. I like the podcast Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee, Gio, I guess short for Giovanni, and Melissa Ford. She calls herself the original Curb Queen. And, I love podcasts and radio shows where people are candid, they're free with how they talk, and they talking right and talking real, and they're not afraid to address the uncomfortable pink elephant in the room when they have guests on the show, or they're just not afraid to be vulnerable and put themselves out there for the sake of helping someone else. And, Jason Lee is always talking about his journey. He lived a life being in foster care. He had a mom. She passed away at this point, but when his mother was alive, she struggled a lot of her adulthood life using substances, and so he's been through a lot of difficult things in his life. And because I work in the social work field, I've been there for almost 13 years, foster care realm, my ears always perk up when I hear someone having a story about their experiences of being in foster care. And, he's always talking about how, he's working hard, grinding, trying to, really build, and the doors have been opening for him. A lot of great opportunities have been happening for him, but it does get to a point in Hollywood, because they're living out there, where you have to know what you stand for out here. And it does get to a point where you realize that all the money, the cars, the mansions, the luxury vacations, the clothes, the handbags, the designer brands, you know what I'm saying? The parties, the access that you're getting to be in certain rooms with big time people, at some point, you got to know yourself enough to know what your boundaries are. And to know what your purpose actually is. It's real out here, and all of us can be hypnotized. I don't care how Christian you think you are. I don't care whatever it is, even for those who are not religious or are not of any particular faith or religion at all, we all can fall victim to temptation. And a lot of times temptation comes in the form of being everything you've always wanted. And so I think it's so important for us to just remember to keep our eyes on the prize, to stay real, stay true to ourselves, don't sell out, don't, know your boundaries with certain things. Understand that dollar cannot be the determining factor for the choices that we make within our lives, you know what I'm saying, or the choices you make in your lives. And that's kind of what I was saying to my coworker. Like, yes, of course, most of us would love to have financial freedom and to live lavish lifestyles and to never have to worry about, oh, how am I going to pay this bill? But what a lot of us also don't have to worry about are a lot of things that they have to worry about, and things that we may have no idea that happen or go down behind the scenes. And so it's important for us to know that, stay grounded, work hard, yes, pursue your dreams wholeheartedly, but know that, shouldn't nobody be able to come around and just buy our decisions for us, right? Dangle money or a check with a whole bunch of zeros and have us making decisions that are out of our character, our value system, and all of that. Easier said than done, I could only imagine. But I try to remind myself of this as I'm grinding and working hard to make some of my dreams come true. And I just felt like encouraging you all. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Journey to my EP, which will be called The Complex Simplicity of Me. And just continue to check in at complexsimplicity.com for updates, for release dates, to hear cool vlogs, and to rock with your girl. Continue to check out my social media. The Instagram page is at complexsimplicity09, and on Facebook, it's Complex Simplicity. That's also where you can get some information about what's going down. Thank you again. It's already been almost 37 minutes. Don't want to talk your head off. Have a great weekend. Continue to rock with me by going to complexsimplicity.com. And until next time.